Hi there. Do you ever feel that there are so many opportunities in the world and many times you're pulled into many directions? Or do you feel like you're on a treadmill and long for the sense of presence and grounding and peace, almost like the eye of the storm? If that is you, this message is for you. So I want to bring today this idea of how do we connect with a sense of presence and grounding on a daily basis, because most people are excited about this idea, but I get asked often, well, how do I do that? How do I connect with peace? How do I connect with a sense of myself? Here is the thing. Presence has to do with a sense of awareness, a sense of a higher self, without getting caught up in our minds and our thoughts or emotions. Don't get me wrong. Thoughts, our mind, emotions, our heart, our bodies, they're all very important, but they're pieces to this whole. And there's something else that holds that. And that's where we connect with our sense of presence and our sense of who we are. It is an intrinsic quality that we can lean into. And paradoxically, we cannot strive for it. The more we strive for it, oh, I want to be peaceful. I want to be peaceful. How do I do that? The more actually we move away from the simplicity of leaning into the presence and into the present moment. So my experience professionally and personally has been that there's been too much emphasis in our century on our intellect and on our thinking. And lately also for the last several decades is on our emotions. How can we feel happy? How can we feel good? Well, I can be happy if I'm in vacation right now. But the problem is once I'm done with vacation, I come back to my day-to-day work and stress, it's hard to hold that sense of happiness because we're always seeking for something externally. So those are wonderful. Our mind, our feelings are amazing, and I'm all for balancing them all out. And in the same time, we have access to something else. We're not just our bodies. We have a body and we're more than our bodies. We're not just our mind. We have a mind, but we're more than our mind. And we have feelings and heart, but we're more than our feelings and our heart. And what is that? So here are three quick tips to access that sense of presence, that sense of true self, that sense of awareness. I like to call it soul, but also sometimes people call it a spirit. Who am I at the core of my being? So here are the three steps. And number one, just start by sitting in a comfortable position. Listen, we don't need 20 minutes to do this. This can be as simple as 1 minute. So start sitting in a comfortable position, and it's good to start being aware of your body from inside. Just notice the temperature, sensation, either feeling relaxed or tensed. So the first step is just to lean into your body and just notice what is with no judgment. This is where we move away from striving into leaning into already what is there. And then as you do that, ask yourself, who am I without stories, without my role or roles in the world? Who am I without my past or future? Who am I in this present moment? And if your mind gets twisted, which probably will, notice your thoughts, notice stories, notice confusion, notice a sense of like, what is this? Right? And just notice them as the projected image on a movie theater. When we're in a movie theater, we see the action, the projection. Now it's a little tricky to imagine that because we see it on the computer, but just noticing the projections, the stories, our thoughts and emotions are like the actual story in the movie. But there is actually also something that holds that screen. It could be your computer, or if you go to a movie theater, that white, blank holding space. So just notice as you ask yourself, who am I without a story? Notice that sense of equanimity, that sense of in between your mind and feelings. And if what I'm saying is still strange to you, I want to bring another example. Have you ever flown in an airplane? And have you ever had one of those rainy days when you board on a plane? And if that never happened to you, just use your imagination, right? It's rainy, it's cloudy, it's a miserable day, and you go into that airplane. And once you're in the air and you break the clouds, all of a sudden you are surrounded by sky. You are noticing the brilliance of the sun, and it's this awareness like, oh my goodness, this blue amazing deep sky and sun have been there all along. So in the same way, we notice awareness. So we're not striving for it, but we're leaning on whatever it's there. Awareness and presence are like that sky and the light, holding the entire universe, even when we don't see it and perceive it with our mind or experiencing with our bodies or our feelings. Awareness and presence is like the white page that holds the words in a book, or like the water holding fishes who might be longing for that sense of the ocean and wondering where is the water, and is there all along. So just invite yourself to notice a sense of presence and grounding that's there all along, that it's holding, that's like the glue holding your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. It's calm and it's already peaceful. And here's the good news, and I'm going to wrap with this. We can have access to this sense of presence and grounding actually every moment of the day. We don't have to. It's not a distant reality that we're seeking or striving for. It's actually just a gentle, all it's needed is for us to trust that it's there and gently lean into something that is present. So have a blessed time connecting with your own amazing awareness and presence, and stay curious. There are thousands of moments every day where we can practice that coming back to ourselves and a sense of awareness. So I'll leave you with that until next time.